Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the wheat field. It is your girl, Lottie, coming back with another intuitive message. Y'all know in this space, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. This girl right here, your intuitive messenger, can bring messages from the spirit using anything. So the source, I believe, the logos, the all, that which called everything in creation by its own intelligence. Yes, I believe that it left its word in everything that it created by its intelligence, which is all of creation. So I believe that when it speaks to us, it can speak to us through all of creation. Like everything has a word from source. Yes, I believe that. So source speaks to me through everything. We may look at nature, science, biology, physics, astrophysics. We may look at chemistry. What are you made out of? Your physical, chemical composition. Yes, all of those minerals and elements. We look at scripture. How has the source spoken to its wheat field and people, nations of people all across time, right? How has it done that consistently? Can we find the consistencies and look at the consistencies across all of those ways that source speaks? And when we find that, we call that Ashe. All right, y'all. Yes. So Spirit is giving me this top card, right? Well, second from the top. So we're going to go ahead and take it. What is that? Ooh. What was that? Is that says release? It looked like it would recharge. We be trying to read these things backwards. It don't always work out so good. So Spirit says we need to recharge. Okay, so on this Friday, hey, we need to recharge my week. So let's see what it says. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. Ooh, to the plane that we live in. Come on, Spirit, and talk to your week. Let's get it going. If I am ever feeling low, for those of us who are grieving, suffering with grief, we've been teaching on this. I feel your grief. I do. Very, very heavily. In the source, our logos, our Father from where we came, feels your pain and wants to tell you that grief is a part of life. It is a part of our experience. We can take that energy and transmute it, and we must transmute it. We must release it so that we can recharge, because we are not called on to suffering, beloved. We will experience hurt and grief. It is a part of our emotional awareness, our consciousness, our ability to feel, our five senses, our ability to feel, to hear, to see, to experience one another in this way. When we lose that presence, we experience grief. But that grief should lead us into appreciation for having the ability to experience at all. And even though most of our suffering comes from the is of the tragedy, the fact that somebody has committed such an egregious wrong and snatched away potentiality and consciousness well before it has the ability to fully express, it leaves anger. And we get stuck in the anger. And anger is a phase of grief. We have to get to the point where we can move through those layers and peel them back, offer them, pull it off and offer it. Offer it to the logos, to the intelligence, the wisdom that can help you move through it to a point of acceptance, surrendering it for acceptance. And then you can move on and transmute the energy so that creation can expand and go forward. And we can heal, and we can recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. For anyone who is suffering with grief and depression today, Go outside and take some deep breaths. If you can muster up the strength to just go on the porch and sit and breathe 5-10 minutes. Breathe in the freshness. Squeeze out all of that old air that's in your lungs and your cells. Breathe deeply. 4 good deep breaths and recharge. Bring in the newness, the freshness, some energy for this day so that you may be recharged to see the magic of life, to appreciate the magic of life, and to know that your grief, the depths of it, is an indication of how much love and appreciation you have. And to see the opposite of your suffering as appreciation for the experience, the longingness for more, can lend us into surrenderance, into accepting that there is more. There may be connections that are not being developed because of the anger over the loss of another connection. And then if something happens to the ones that are remaining, it puts us further into a spiral that we can't come out of until we get so hardened that we expect the loss and we just carry it and bear it. But bearing all of that suffering is killing us, my we. It's sucking out your ability to see the magic, to let the miracles of life unfold. We start responding from a place of defensiveness. And when you lock yourself in, then you lock life out. It's time to recharge, my we. Take that energy, transmute it, propel yourself forward, use it as fuel. Is there anything else here, Spirit? Please let me know when we get there. Spirit wants to affirm what we just talked about. Spirit wants to affirm and validate. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. Ooh, so good to your we. When we come seeking, those answers are always there. Anytime that you seek, you go inside and you ask the source to reveal onto you, oh, it will answer. But you got to open up your eyes and receive it, my we. You got to open your eyes and receive it. What does that say, my we? Let's get that in there. Good. Breathe, my we. We just said before we pulled this card to go outside if you can muster the energy. Get the faith. Go in there and see. There's something in there that you can grab hold to and go outside. I don't care what the day is. It could be cold. It could be raining. If it's raining, let your face sit out in that rain. Temptations. Sometimes I wish it would rain. Sunshine, blue skies. Please go away. Someone snatched my loved one and now they gone away. With them is their future. Their life is now in vain. So day after day, I am locked up in this pain. But to the Spirit, I know I can go to you. And it might sound strange, but sometimes, shit, I just wish it would rain. Come on, my beloved. We are here to comfort each other. Go outside, I wouldn't care what it looked like. And breathe. Just breathe. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious, come on, Spirit, and talk to your we. If I am feeling anxious or weird, worried. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in as deeply as I picture myself filling up with light. Woo, did we not say fill that body up with fresh spirit? Get that fresh new life up in you. That is the light of the Lord coming up to fill you. Fill them dark places. You used up all that oil already, baby. It is contaminated. It is sludge. It got sludge in there. It got trauma and hurt. You can't run off of that. What happens when you get sludge inside of an engine? Come on, my wheat. Let's look at this like we was a mechanic and this is a vessel. It's a whole vehicle. What happens when your vehicle, when the motors get sludge in them, my wheat? Yeah, they got oil on it. But the weight of the world has put some sludge on your oil. I'm going to need you to change them air filters. I'm going to need you to change them spark plugs. I'm going to need you to get a tune-up. We need to recharge, Spirit said. And how we do that, my wheat? Sometimes you just got to breathe. When Spirit says you can't do nothing else but stand, that means to breathe. Just breathe, my wheat. And know that the wisdom, the uncertainty of this life is going to work this thing out. You still have source material. You will use that hurt, that pain, that betrayal, that loss, that trauma. You will transmute it and move it from pain to purpose. You will use it as fuel to expand creation and move it forward so that the next wheat, that generation of seed, ooh, come on, Father. Yes. It will not be snuffed out prematurely. It shall fulfill that for what it was sent, because it's got a word written on it. Yes, it do. And we are stewards of that word. If we here, breathing in this side of creation, animated with the source of life, we are stewards. And we were given a charge to go forth, to replenish, and to multiply, to subdue and to dominate. Come on, we. How do we do that? By using that principal thing, the wisdom, the intelligence. And that wisdom comes packed with uncertainty that's going to make you feel a kind of way, my wheat. But we use that emotion, we transmute it, and we use it as fuel to propel ourselves forward. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. So that we could be good bread. So that we could affect change. So we can push creation forward. Come on with this thing. I close my eyes and breathe in as deeply as I can. I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes feeling refreshed. That is a challenge for us to just breathe. Come on now. Ooh, I felt it, her. I can't breathe, taking my life from me. Woo, come on. How hard is it just to breathe these days? Spirit says my own energy. I love being there for friends and family while staying true to myself. I don't let other energy or mood affect my own. To help a friend in a hole, I don't need to jump in the hole with them. Simply reach out a hand. It's up to them to do the rest. That's a challenge. Are we using our energy in the wrong way? Again, are we recognizing what's a tear and what's not a tear? What's pulling on your energy and preventing you from reaching your highest good? Self-preservation is first law of nature, my wee. Once you come to unity with you and making sure that you are placing that energy there first and foremost, not only will you be able to lead by example, folks gonna want to know what you doing. If they real and authentic, some gonna hate you just because they tears, and you use that energy to just continue to be great. But folks gonna want to know just off of observing you, and they can pick that up. And when they come and seek and ask, then you can offer what it is, and that's how you be edifying onto you self first and foremost, which is source. Because if you a piece of the source and you edify yourself for good bread, then you already serving source. And then if you edify others for their goodness, then you edifying onto source. That's double mission, my wheat. Let's get it. But that's in a challenge. Because maybe you not putting all your energy on edifying self and reaching your highest good. Are you lending out examples of reaching your highest good? Or are you lending out examples on how to mask trauma? It's a difference, my we are called to a higher standard in this day. And we got a whole lot of source fuel. All that hurt and trauma that we got stored up in these cells. Oh yeah, that's fuel for us to propel ourselves forward. Come on, Spirit, is there anything else in this deck? Nope, Spirit said it's a high shade of that. Is there anything else? What would you like, spirits? Yes? Is that all? Yeah. That's all. Complete. That's it. It is. It is. It is. It just is that we carry around this source material. All the things that happen to us, they are. But we don't have to continue to be that. We can be what we want to be at any time because we have the pure potentiality and the pure consciousness to do it. We just change our mind. That's it. It's really just as simple as that. You just change your mind. And when you change your mindset and make that a habit, you applying that mindset on a daily, when you operating on those principles of wisdom, yeah, you will transmute that pain because you decided to. Again, we talked about be the healing last night. Be the healing. You get to be when you decide that you are. And that might just sound like simple language, like, what is she really saying? But the am that I am is everything. That's why Source has no name. When they say above all names, and then they turn around and call a name, then you could just kick that right out. Again, unbelief versus belief. How can you say until all the names fade away and then say a name take your place? Yeah, no. How can we do that? It's belief and unbelief. If Source has no name and it is the am that I am, it is everything that it is, and that's it. It's simple. Like the simplicity of it is almost mind-boggling. It's so simple that it feels complicated when it's really not. It just means that Source, by its intelligence, created all things. And because Source created all things are the source. It is the source. It is not all of Source. Source incomplete. But we contain all pieces of the source within us. Yes, we do. You look at every element and you break us down into the element composition of what we are. And we are everything. And everything is us. Different concentrations, of course, bonded differently. But it's still the same use of same bonds. I mean, come on. Carbon bonds. I mean, really. But that's when we look at Source across the plane, we can see the simple truth. That everything is you and you are everything. Yeah. So do I see you as Source? Absolutely. Do I see Source everywhere? Absolutely. Do I believe that Source can speak to us through all things? Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you come around here, you're going to get a little bit of everything. I told you life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But that is the beauty of uncertainty. That was one of a very, 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 he wasn't saying just nothing when he said that. You never know what you're going to get. And we have to deal with the unknowing. We have to deal with the uncertainty. But there is a wisdom in uncertainty, yes. This little lovely book right here. Going on, Spirit. Did you not see me flip right on, open up to the page? Spirit says yes. Where is it? Wisdom of uncertainty, beloved. You can stay alert to opportunities by being grounded in the wisdom of uncertainty. When your preparedness meets opportunity, the solution will spontaneously appear. Yes, you can look at every problem you have in your life as an opportunity. Nothing is lost, beloved, nothing. We may no longer experience the presence of their physicality, and that is the basic truth. We can no longer experience the presence of their physicality. We don't. Every experience of the physical has been lost. But we know we are not truly physical beings. Our physicality is the vessel. It is the way that we experience each other. And that ability to experience leans on to appreciation. So even in our grief of losing physicality, we can appreciate having it in the first place. And because we had it, it left a legacy, an imprint. And if it was taken from you prematurely, snatched away from you, having that potentiality and consciousness sent back to the source, you have the opportunity to transmute that anger. People do it all the time. Mothers against drunk driving. The parents of Sandy Hook. Columbine. The Black American experience. We transmute pain and we propel ourselves forward. It's so much energy stored up in you, my wheat. What will you do with it? Will you allow it to fester and manifest stress and disease and violence and perpetuate the cycle? Or will we transmute it and move from pain to purpose? All of that source energy that we got stored up in us, we can move mountains. We can break down walls. We can break strongholds. We can break the chains. We can bring the world to its feet. Come on, my wheat. It's time to get after it. We got the power. You got the energy. Recall it. Redistribute it. Reappropriate it. Look at them internal business practices and see what is causing discord and conflict amongst the team. Because we need to root that out, my wheat. Because our power is in our unity. And your knowingness and your awareness that you are pure potentiality, my wheat. You are pure consciousness. And everything and anything that you intend and desire, you manifest. Every word you speak, you manifest. What is your intention? What are you desiring? Oh, we're going to dig into that. That's on an upcoming episode here on Tears and Wheat to Roll. So tune in next time so we can get these lessons out. Yeah, because we're going to be fortifying. Not only fortifying and edifying onto self, because as a piece of source, oh yes, I edify source with this little learning and expansion. Yes, that wisdom. Yes, the principal thing. And I edify onto others, my other pieces of source. Yes, so that you also can be edified and certain and wise in all that's going to come against you, that you can withstand, that you can hold on, you can take that energy, transmute it, and move from this pain into purpose. There is a way that we use all of this hurt, all of this anger, all of this trauma that is built up within ourselves, that's killing us on the inside, giving us that root rot. Oh no, we can get that out. We can express it in a way that leads us to peaceful resolution. Oh yes. Because we called for good bread. I mean, that's just it. I mean, I can't change who you are. You just are. And Source says that you called for good bread. So until the next time, y'all, on Tears and Wheat to Roll with your girl, IT, we're going to call this here done. Okay? Ashe. Love you. Mwah.